What's up, party people? Welcome to Season 2 of Two Parts Pod, One Part Cast, the podcast where we bring theme challenges to our favorite bartenders, comedians, and self-proclaimed professional drinkers. My name is Sean Curtis, and I'm joined with my co-host, Frankki Ramirez. What's up, Frankki? Sorry.
Hi, Sean.
I misread a word. It kind of threw off my whole flow.
Such a dramatic pause.
I said I'm joined with my co-host. I'm joined by my co-host, so whatever.
Same.
First time
same
back
difference.
after our break, so I was bound to mess something up. Glad I got it out of the way in the first little paragraph there. What's up, Frankki? Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome us back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 6 months since our last record.
6 months.
Ish. Yeah, January.
Wow.
Yeah, 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Long break.
Yeah, long break. What's been going on?
What has been going on? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh, I went to Italy. I did do that. I did go to Italy.
Any good drinks in Italy?
Oh, I had great drinks in Italy. Gotta learn a lot about wine. Want to know more about wine. Smelling wine's really hard.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't do that. Can you identify wine now just by smelling it?
No.
Okay.
I tried to. I booked a private, well, it ended up being private, but it was a wine tasting class. And then we ended up being the only 2 people who had booked the morning session.
Oh, it was accidentally private. Okay.
So she was like, well, you're the only one, so.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
that worked
but then
out
she,
great.
started, she was like, you know what? Here, let me. She, it was this woman. So I was in Torino. Torino? Yes, Torino.
I wasn't there.
Torino? Wait. Sometimes it's Torino or. No, I was in Turin.
Okay.
Well, it's it goes by both, so I'm confused on what.
Oh.
Torino might be the region, but Turin's the city. Regardless.
They have a nickname?
I don't know. I'm sorry, Italy. I'm sorry, Italians.
All our Italian listeners are mad right now.
But basically, the city that I was visiting, or mainly visiting, for my trip, it used to be the capital of Italy. No longer is. Now Rome is. So before Rome was capital, Turin was the original. I guess Fiat was invented there.
Okay.
Pretty small town, but this woman, she had just started this wine academy in a sense.
Nice.
As a business, and so she taught different levels of wine classes.
Very
to
cool.
both English and Italian, so tourists and natives. So it was really cool that I even found her in the first place, on Viator, because that's what I use when I book my tours, because I love booking tours.
Yeah.
Mostly food tours, tours, and wine tours. Great when you're visiting a new place. So I did that. I booked us a wine tasting class.
And it was educational. She was telling you.
It was educational. She taught me she taught us how to pair different wines,
Nice.
What would, and some of it's obvious, but you just would never think about it. I was white wine, peaches, green grapes. You can't put a cherry in a white wine. I don't know. I just never thought about it like that. I was just oh wow, you're right.
So it is nice to come back to the podcast more educated. So you're a better bartender.
It was really interesting, and I liked it a lot. Their labeling laws are really interesting too. I was really impressed with a lot of my tour guides and just other natives that I came across. They could literally look at a bottle, tell you what region, what types of grapes, how it's grown, all this crazy stuff. And by just looking at
that is crazy.
The bottle, which is crazy. They have really strict labeling laws. Their government's really involved with the entire process of if you want a certain wine label on your bottle, the government needs to come and verify that it meets all the requirements. Wow. So it was just really refreshing to see so much pride taken in their food, because I mean, it wasn't just wine. I went on a food and wine tour in Rome, and we got to go to 4 or 5 different restaurants, and we basically got a 8-9 course meal. We got to do everything, and it was crazy. Just even the truffles or can only be grown in certain regions, and all this stuff. And like truffles are really big, like in Italy. Oh, they're delicious. I had this honey truffle thing. Oh, it was to die for. And then I had an aged balsamic vinegar, for about 30 years. That was probably one of the best things my mouth has ever tasted.
Wow.
Like, she was like, you can put this stuff on gelato. And she said that. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's balsamic vinegar. Like, why would you put this on ice cream?
Did you try it?
Yeah, and then I tried it, and I tasted it. I was like, oh my gosh. I would put this on every scoop of ice cream from here on out if I could. It was so good. I was about to buy a bottle. It was like $300. But when in Rome.
Yeah, when in Rome. Literally. Well, that's awesome. So you're a more educated bartender now. You have all this Italian wine knowledge. What else did you get into over break? You still work at the same place?
I still work at the same place, but recently I did just start I will be starting at another restaurant. I'm going to try and do both. So I'm super excited for that. I guess I should still not disclose locations.
Yes,
so
we're still not doing that for the freaks out there.
Just know that it's gonna be a new restaurant, a new entire staff from the ground up. So I'm excited to.
Yeah, you're helping open the restaurant.
Open a restaurant. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah.
Yeah, I am also at a new bar since our break. Or maybe I just started there. I'm not really sure if I talked about it. It's like a hotel
You were there
bar.
right before we stopped.
Okay. I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast, but I'm at like a hotel bar right next to a pool, much more chill than our other restaurant. I do still work at the old restaurant bar.
A lot less.
Yeah, 1 or 2 days a week, so I'm on the way out. But loving the new place. Much chiller, much better pay, like hourly pay, which I haven't had in years. It's very weird to go back to like getting a paycheck. I haven't had that since I was 16. Honestly, like I've been working just industry for so long that I'm just used to like cash payments every night and stuff. This is the first time I'm getting everything on a paycheck, and it's very weird for me to adjust for that. I don't know.
Got a budget.
Yeah. Very weird.
Do we talk about the DR?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, DR's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was a.
You're not on our outline. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Shame.
the next thing on my list to talk about. But we all just went to the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, we did.
On
With
pouring drink
former
Yes.
podcast guest Baylor. I don't even want to try and attempt that last name because we know I screw up
And we don't
everyone's
say it on the
last
podcast,
name.
so.
Did we do it? I thought...
No, we never did, but
I'll cut that.
Thanks.
cut that.
Okay, well.
But yeah, we all went, it was our friend Connor got married, and invited Pat originally. We know Connor from back in Pennsylvania days.
Yeah, I was about to say, hold on. Not our friend, your guys' friend.
Yeah.
Because I got looped into this, and I was basically at a complete stranger's wedding.
Yeah.
But I got invited to like 2
fun.
more from this.
Yeah.
So.
Things had happened, and at a certain point, Connor told me, invite whoever you want.
Yeah.
And so I did.
We need to bump the numbers.
Yeah. It was like, I just kind of had to fill a room at this point.
Yeah.
And,
Pat's original roommates that were going to this destination wedding dropped out, so he needed a +3 to
one
fill the room.
by one. They just were dropping like flies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but so we filled up the room. The DR was amazing. It was an all-inclusive resort, so we got. I mean, we can say what resort we went to. I guess
Yeah,
Dreams
Onyx.
Onyx in the Dominican Republic. Really cool, great staff. All-inclusive drinks. We were drinking the entire week. I had diarrhea the entire time I was there. I had to call a couple early nights because I was feeling sick.
I don't think I went 5 minutes in total on that entire trip without a drink in my hand.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say without having diarrhea.
No,
I was like,
no.
okay. Like,
I was fine.
It was bad.
Yeah, I don't know. The food was great. The drinks were great. I never had a problem.
Yeah, me and Baylor were both going through it, and we shared a room, and we went through. They gave us some. They provided some
Glad
incense.
I shared a room with you.
Yeah, they provided some incense, and it was gone on day 2. And like we had to get it like.
And
air
you know
spray.
what? I packed medicine for this trip,
Yeah.
and I got I just so happened to be at Target and the poopery had like the little to-go things, and they're all making fun of it. They're
Yeah,
all making fun of me.
Is something that you like
Yeah, but
burn, or what is it? It's just like scented
No,
stuff
no,
that
you
It's
like
like a
spray
super
it.
strong like.
You
yeah.
spray it on the toilet before you poop,
Oh, that's cool.
and then it like traps the scent.
Yeah,
in
but
there.
we all made fun of Frankie for bringing it, and then like needed it really bad.
Nah, and I wasn't there at the
And
beginning.
we didn't even
so-
use it.
No,
And,
we
like
never
in our
used- 'cause
room. You should have just left it in there.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
you should have. Yeah, 'cause I bought some like air spray from the store, the souvenir shop.
I'm so glad I wasn't there the first couple of days. When the reason why
kept
I wasn't
happening.
there for the first couple of days is because I went to EDC. So
Yeah, another trip. Yeah, what was the best set at EDC?
best set. Oh God, I don't know.
All right, so we can move on.
No, Diora, of course. Diora's my favorite,
Diora.
but I
Diora.
had a lot of fun at Diora set.
That's cool. Yeah. Speaking of good sets, Pat and I recently found this new DJ duo on the island. They've been making some waves. They're called Jiggle Physics.
Pretty underground, but
Yeah,
they're
pretty
up
low-key.
and coming.
Yeah, we saw them first at after a Christmas party for our current restaurant, and then we saw them again in our living room when our friends were in town, and then we caught them at a after party for our friend Emily's birthday. So yeah, we've been seeing them a couple times lately. It's just funny that we keep running into them. They perform with masks on, so no one really knows their like secret identities. But they seem pretty cool and pretty chill dudes, if I can say
They
dudes.
seem very cool.
We're not even sure. Yeah, but every time they throw down, and we just wanted to shout them out on the podcast. I'm sure they'll have an Instagram or something coming up, but we'll talk more about Jiggle Physics if we ever encounter them again, if we're ever lucky enough. We'll talk about it again on the podcast. Maybe we'll even try to get them on at some point.
I'm sure we can make that happen.
I think we could swing it probably. But yeah, besides that, nothing really has been. We've just been working on the island. We're just still bartending in Honolulu. So for this first episode, we are gonna kind of. We don't have a guest for this week, and we're not going to be making any cocktails based on a theme. We just wanted to kind of do an episode just to get you guys caught up on us. Like, we're coming back to season 2. We're going to be shaking up the format a little bit. I just have to read my outline here for us.
ha.
Shaking
Punny,
up.
punny.
Get it? Like shaking up.
Shaking up the format.
Like shaking up a cocktail, guys. So yeah, we're going to be changing the format
Genius.
slightly. We're going to keep having episodes like we did in the first season, where we challenge a guest bartender and we all make cocktails together. But we're going to be adding some new formats of different types of episodes. We're going to be adding more episodes like this one with just Frankie and I talking about our lives as bartenders in Honolulu and playing some games. We have a really good one planned for today.
Or we're doing a game today?
Flight simulator.
Oh yeah, it's like a new segment, a game. But
Okay.
we might do
Sorry,
a game.
I
game
thought
too.
I was like, what game? That's not.
We
on
might
the
do a game.
outline. But I mean, we're also planning on adding more competitions, including tournament-style challenges, where we're going to be putting some of our favorite bartenders, maybe some past guests that you guys have previously listened to, against each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so yeah, I mean, this episode, like how Sean kind of mentioned, is just going to be, it's different from what you've listened to before, but it's going to give you a preview of some of the new stuff we have planned for this upcoming season, because we have a lot of new stuff to shake things up.
Shake things up.
So this week, we're going to be debuting a new episode segment format called Flight Simulator. And we're going to be doing flights of alcohol, drinks, flights of
Yeah.
different stuff.
It's a surprise.
Probably
It's a surprise.
alcohol. Yeah,
Well,
probably gonna be
all we know
alcohol.
that this all we know this week, me and Sean at least, is we're drinking seltzers.
Yeah, this week we know it's a flight of types of seltzer. We don't know, but Pat has picked them all out for us, and we're going to guess what they are. Is that guess the brand?
Yeah, well, I guess
Flavor, brand?
I
You'll talk about it a little, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, let's take a break. We'll prepare, and then we can get into our flight simulator.
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're going straight in.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
cool.
All right. We will take our first break, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back, guys, to Two Parts Pod, One Part Cast. We have our flights ready, and now it's time to start our
Flight simulator.
Good afternoon, passengers. This is your captain speaking. Good luck.
Yeah, so I've poured up 4 seltzers in the same order for Frankie and Sean, 4 different brands of seltzer. They have no idea what brands they are as of now. They don't even know what brands are in the mix. And yeah, we're gonna see if they can. We're gonna see how much seltzers they've drank in their lives.
Judging on taste.
If you get it all right, people will be judging you.
Now,
Do we get extra points for guessing the flavor right?
Yeah, I
flavor
haven't
as
told
well.
haven't told you the flavors either. I will actually have to check on those. No, I know them. Never mind.
Well, are we rating these too? Like, do we want to give like a rating, like how good? Of
Yeah,
a
sure.
seltzer it is?
I mean,
Why not?
I think as we go along, we'll naturally, but like not like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
number.
Okay. Yeah. We just want to hop right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
get it going.
This
Okay.
is. I'm
Let's grab
excited.
number
I mean,
one.
we're like,
The clear one
Our
is number
first
1.
flight
If you guys want to
simulator.
start.
Good carbonation.
Very full-bodied seltzer.
definitely not White Claw.
No, it's not White Claw. I don't think.
I like how you both went straight to, is this White Claw?
I mean, no, it has like that fake taste to it. So I'm gonna say it's either one of two. But let me get another sip here.
I'm at a dead end already. God damn it.
Do you want to guess first?
No, I kind of want to taste them all first before I guess.
That's
Do
fair.
you want to do that? Okay.
Yeah, we
can.
can
All
do
right.
that.
So that's
Okay.
one.
That was
Just
one.
save. I poured big shots, so.
I need to make
Just
notes
save-
on
save
my
some
phone.
so
We're
you
just
can go
sipping.
back
We're
into
not
it,
like,
yeah.
smoking through the whole thing. All right, ready?
I
Number 2. Oh, you're writing your guess down, so it's more impressive.
no. I'm just like
I
making
even
notes
wrote it
for
before.
myself.
Okay.
Like I don't think it's White Claw.
Not White Claw. Like
She's just writing in her notes. I don't
10
think
minutes
it's White
later,
Claw.
all of them just say not White Claw. I think it's definitely not White
Could
Claw.
be.
They're all just not White
This one, judging from its like,
This one has a little. It's opaque. It's
yeah,
got,
I think it's like a lemonade one.
it's like off white. I think you're right.
I think it's the Mike Hard lemonade seltzers.
Yeah, it's like the Bud Light lemonade or the Mike's lemonade.
I think it's
I think.
because Mike Hard lemonade came out with the seltzer. How crazy!
Yeah, that's definitely like got a lemonade taste to it.
Is that an official guess, or you still want to go through them all
I
first?
still want to go.
Unless
No,
one of
that
us
one
is
I
right.
want to lock in. That one I want to lock in because that one.
I want to taste them. I mean, yeah, that's one of the lemonade packs for sure.
Okay.
But then there is a White Claw lemonade, and but I don't think.
You
they
think
sell
there's a
single.
White Claw? Maybe
I
Pat
know
didn't put
there
a
is.
White Claw in it to throw us off. Okay.
Is this number
Tasting
3?
3? Okay.
I think this might be White Claw.
No. Oh. I think it's.
Wait, hold on.
This is fun for me.
Let me taste my White Claw.
Well,
Oh, that's cheating.
I was drinking a White Claw.
I think it can kind of be that Asian brand that blew up on TikTok. It's called Nectar, I think.
Nectar's really good.
Nectar, yeah. Because they have like a Mandarin flavor.
Yeah, it's like mandarin, lychee, yuzu, and something else. So
Yeah,
there's like
something
one more
else. What
really
is-
good though.
They're really good though.
I love the
I
yuzu.
remember seeing them on TikTok, and they were like just trying to get their stuff into stores, and now they're like everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. And I
How
remember me
powerful
and-
is TikTok? That's so crazy.
I didn't even know it was a TikTok thing, but me
Yeah.
and Baylor found it at Don Quixote one day, and it was like oh my god, lychee, like yuzu, like we were all about it. And
No,
tried
they
them. They're pretty
blew
good.
up. I
Well,
remember.
then, White Claw came out with the surfs have like yuzu too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they like
the
kind of bit some
surfs.
of the flavors. I think.
I like the surfs. The surfs, I think, are really good. I
I'm
know
gonna say
you
this
don't
one's probably
part.
White Claw.
I
don't
know
I
producer
just drank it.
The fact that it's gone.
I accidentally just drank the whole shot for
Okay.
number 3 there. So I'm gonna guess that one's the White Claw.
Okay,
You're
and
locking
then
that
last
in?
one.
Yeah. Well, let me taste this one, but yeah, that last one was White Claw. This one is.
That's White Claw.
the last one.
No, I think the fourth one is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think the last one's
This
White
isn't,
Claw.
unless we got our order mixed up. No, this has too much fake flavor in it. Okay, number 3, I'm locking in as White Claw. 2 is definitely like one of the lemonade flavors. I'm gonna say the Bud Light lemonade seltzer.
2, you're saying Bud Light lemonade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I think is a thing. I don't know. I could be.
Yeah, fuck.
This
Well, I
last
feel
one is like. It's like Truly's or something. I don't know. I don't like it. What store did you go to? Am I allowed to know?
No.
What store you bought it?
Nope.
Okay.
Picture the layout.
Did you put all your guesses, even though they
No,
were
I only got
completely out of order?
2 and 3 is the only one I grabbed.
I'm on it. I've only
I'm
locked
so
in 2
sorry,
for,
listeners.
2 and
This is
3 for you. And
Yeah,
I've
we
only
hope
locked
this is
in
good.
2 and 4 for you. You said 4 is White Claw.
No. Okay, I think. Okay, give me a second. I'm choosing between
Go
1
back
and
in,
4.
go back
1
in.
and 4 is hard for me.
I think 4 is Truly's.
Locking that in.
Yeah, 4 I believe is Truly's.
Do you want to guess on a flavor?
No.
Bad.
Bad. Yeah.
Bad.
Not good.
Okay.
It's probably black cherry, if I had to guess. Does Truly's have a black cherry?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
I'm gonna guess that.
I
White Claw, I honestly smoked the whole thing. I don't know. I'm gonna guess tangerine for the White Claw.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I think it's tangerine. And then just the regular, maybe Bud Light lemonade.
And then I still don't have an
1.
official answer for 1.
Yeah, I'm not locked in yet. I don't think you went Kirkland.
I think 1 is Truly.
Locking that in.
I don't like 1 either, really. But
I don't even know Truly flavors. What flavors does Truly? Can I look up Truly flavors?
no, I mean.
Well,
I
just
guess
for
you
like
could.
a list. I don't even
This
know
is
which
for-
one is
This is
Truly.
for something else.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay. Cause yeah, I
can't lock it in 1. I'm not sure. It's got like
just don't like.
it's
one.
got that like really fake flavor that a lot of seltzers have that I don't like. It's really light, like there's no color to it. Clear, carbonated, with like thick, sugary flavor.
I could see it being one of like. Oh God! I guess one of the citrus or the berry Trulies.
Red berry.
Yeah, I think the first one's Truly.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna go with more of a berry flavor than a citrus.
I'll put berry.
Yeah, I can't determine which berry, but I think it's more of a berry. I think the second one is Mike Hard's lemonade seltzers. I think the third one is the nectar seltzers, and I think it's like the mandarin. And then I think the last one is White Claw watermelon.
I'm gonna go with what is it? Neutral. I'm gonna guess neutral for the first one.
That's
My guess for the first.
okay. That's
I
1.
don't know about flavor.
And then 2, I have Bud Light lemonade. 3, White Claw tangerine, and 4, Truly black cherry.
Yeah.
Okay, I have you guys all locked in.
Okay. Also, Frankie, do you want to rate them now too, or do you want to wait?
I like the third one the most.
Yeah, I like
Third
the,
one?
I like the third one the most.
Sean's like, yeah, I like the
I
third
accidentally
one the most
finished
too.
it. I was just tasting it.
I thought the third one was really good. But I don't think it's White Claw. You think it's White Claw.
I would go to give a 5 to number 3. I would give a 3 to number 1 and number 4, and I would give like a 1.5 or a 2 to the second one.
Are you serious? I like the second one more than I like the first and fourth one.
It's so fun knowing what these all are.
Oh no, you're about to like mess
Yeah, I know.
with
That's
my
why I was
mind.
like, let's get a vote in first.
Oh God.
Because then
Okay,
we're like,
I
it's
think
gonna ruin our
okay, we
world.
both agree the third one's the best. I thought the second one was really good. And then I like the fourth one next. Like fourth comes in basically third place for me. And then the first one comes in last
You
place.
like second one the best? You drank the least of it.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Well,
it.
because
Looks
it's
like you,
lemonade. The other ones I was trying to figure out the flavor. This I
Okay.
could
You
drink
clocked right
easily.
away, yeah. All right, let's hear it.
All right.
I want to hear the answers.
So for number 1, Sean, you had neutral.
yeah.
Frankie, you had truly berry. It is Topo Chico.
What?
A Popo no.
That's the only one I don't know what flavor it is. I'll have to check the fridge and get back to you.
I didn't even think of Topo
Shit,
Chico.
I like Topo Chico too. I drink that when I'm traveling. I don't know why. A lot of airports seem to have that.
For number 2,
I love Topo Chico.
Sean, you had Bud Light lemonade.
Yeah,
You had Mike's Hard lemonade. It is Truly's.
that's Truly's.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I also don't
Truly's
know the flavor on
lemonade,
that.
though.
It might be.
It's
Yeah,
got
Truly,
it
Truly,
definitely
Truly has
tastes
a whole
like
entire lemonade lot like pack.
Yeah.
Frankie, go grab those
Well, no, she's
two.
gonna
Grab
see all
the.
of them.
Well,
Go
you
through the
you
other
already
answers
put your
here.
guesses in. Number 3, Sean, is White Claw. I'm 99% sure it is Tangerine.
Tangerine, okay.
You
yeah.
got that.
Dang
which
it.
which is a little cheating because I took your White Claw
yeah, I'm
and I think
drinking
you
one.
knew what flavor it was.
I knew what pack it was from at the
Yeah.
very least because I'm drinking White Claw.
You said it was
Cheater.
Nectar Mandarin. Mandarin's a little close, but yeah, it was definitely White Claw. I
orange fruit.
can't believe you didn't get White
See,
Claw.
It is
and-
funny that I slurped the White Claw like completely. I didn't need.
You're like,
to
yeah,
taste
that
it.
one's good.
That one too. That one's yeah, tangerine. I actually really like. I like tangerine and I like grapefruit out of the White Claw packs.
This one's a funny one. Number 4, Sean, you said Truly Black Cherry.
Yeah.
You said White Claw
Probably not
Watermelon.
Truly's, though. Yeah.
It is Bud Light Black Cherry.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Bud
I
Light
was
and Truly,
completely
they
wrong.
taste the same to me because they're both like a lot of sugar. Sorry. Burp. Sorry.
A lot of seltzer.
You know what?
Got a lot of seltzer bubbling up. But
You know
yeah,
what?
Truly's and Bud Light both have that like really artificial sugar taste that I fucking hate. So that's why it was like those are interchangeable for me.
But yeah, there were some funny takeaways from that. Number 1 for me being that Truly was your favorite.
that's wild. Yeah.
Number 2, you were like, I really like number 2. I could drink this all day. You
the
always
worst
talk about
seltzer.
hating Truly's.
That
That's
is
funny.
true. But it's lemonade. I can do the
Maybe you
lemonade
just
ones.
like the lemonade pack, yeah.
Go grab the
I guess
grab
you
the
can
Topo
finish it
Chico
off,
and the
yeah.
Truly from the fridge. I need to know the flavors.
Yeah, we want to see. Okay, Frankie's stepping off mic to go grab the actual flavors that we missed there.
But yeah, and
Topo
also
Chico, I
just
don't know. Did they have flavors or it's just like Topo Chico? Has
no,
one?
I think they have flavors.
I know there's a strawberry one.
Is Neutral a brand of seltzer?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
It's spelled like Nutrl with like the umlaut over the U.
I stand corrected. I have heard of that. I just wasn't picturing that spelling yet.
I think it's neutral or like
Yeah.
neutral.
Or maybe natural.
But I
No,
remember they had that at Play Bar, terrible bar in town in Waikiki, and we were asking them if they knew how to pronounce it, and they didn't.
Oh, wait, we're wrong.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a lemonade.
It's not a
Oh,
lemonade.
it is fruit punch, Topo Chico.
It's a margarita style, truly.
Oh, that's
I
why
see.
you liked it.
That's why I liked it.
Well,
Try
okay,
it
now I
then,
gotta taste
knowing
it.
that.
Let me
Yeah,
do
because
that.
I like margaritas.
I haven't gotten to taste any. Well, no, actually,
It's
no.
still,
I,
like, way
I
too
want to do the
sugary.
blind test after the podcast, so I'm
Yeah,
not gonna try it.
Yeah, it's still way too sweet though. I don't know. Taste it
See,
again.
strawberry guava
Strawberry
Topo Chico,
guava Topo
though.
Chico.
Strawberry
yeah, I think
guava.
I normally
I knew it was something with
the
guava
straight.
in it. And you said that was number 1. You said berry.
I did say something with berry.
I mean, that's not too far off.
What did I say? Neutral.
Margarita.
Yeah, you didn't give a flavor. No
It
guess.
doesn't really have a strong flavor. That's why Topo Chico's so good.
I can taste the margarita now.
Yeah, I could tell once you said that, but like, just tastes like a sweet ass lemonade. Like it's too sugary. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
but you saying nectar for White Claw and White Claw for Bud Light seltzer, that kind of threw me off. I didn't expect that.
Oh, that said watermelon for black cherry.
Well, and White Claw for Bud Light, like Bud Light is
way
bad.
different. Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still young and dumb.
Yeah.
Yeet.
And dumb.
And
yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
And what else?
Would you keep the same ratings now that you know what everything is?
No.
And that's why we rated first.
Yeah. So now we have the true ratings for all these different seltzers. Yeah, tried and true White Claw is my favorite. Like,
See-
I don't think there was ever an option for me.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely I'm certain that I'll get White Claw out of the lineup.
I think
could've
I would
smelled it.
switch. I would. Yeah, I'd put Truly down more. I don't know why I hate on Truly.
It's just like, no, I mean, even sipping it again, knowing what
And
it is,
that
it's
was
just-
another takeaway is that you rated Truly the lowest, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, Sean,
I
he's
get
got a palate.
I'm true.
He knows what he's drinking.
Seltzer palate. No, I'm excited to do this segment again, but with like tequila, whiskey. Like I feel like,
Yeah,
Oh, that's gonna be so hard for me.
yeah. I mean, I'm not great with like different brands of alcohol, but I feel like tequila.
tequila. I would do
with.
the best at.
Yeah, I'm doing the best of this.
Well, just last night, what was it? Me and Pat, we were drinking. Well, I came home and they're like, "There's only one shot left of the Jose Cuervo, and it's for you."
Oh, that's my least favorite tequila.
No, I did it though. It was pretty easy to.
She
was pretty
didn't even have
easy.
to be convinced. She's like, all right, threw it back.
Threw
You
it
just
back,
had
no
one of those
chase.
days at work. I don't know.
No, I had a great
That was
day.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh yeah, okay.
I had a great day.
It's okay. Just say we said
Um,
rooftop Mexican. It's okay. We can...
I had a great day, and then in the Jose. But then they wanted me to take a shot of Espolon,
And that's where you draw the line.
and that's where I drew the line. I was like, I
Espolon's
can't.
not that bad. It's better than Jose.
Yeah, it's much better.
I
than
don't
Jose.
think it is.
Oh, okay.
Espolon's like
I
a good
guess-
brand. Yeah.
I guess we need to do that. That's our well at my new restaurant.
No, that's a good well.
That's a good well.
Damn.
Yeah, so I think that's a good new segment, though. I liked it. Excited to do it with tequila. I think that's the one where we'd be the best at judging. But seltzer, I mean, I drink more seltzer than tequila.
I had my first clase. No, was it my first clase azul shot? Maybe my second, but it was really good the other day. The plata, the blanco.
I've never tasted it.
Too rich for my blood.
Yeah, I've taken.
No, I didn't pay for it. A customer bought it.
Yeah, well, that
And then
doesn't
one of
have.
the-
We're men.
Yeah, we don't get shots bought for us much.
Well, and then it wasn't even bought for me. One of the other bartenders was like, "I don't want it," and this
Oh,
guy bought for
nice.
me. Do you want it? I was like, "Fuck yeah, I do."
Yeah,
Damn.
nice. That's awesome.
Who passed that up?
Trickle down
Trickle down
economics.
economics.
There we go.
I was like, "Wow."
So I mean, we were gonna take another break, but I think we can just roll right into my segment. We did it last season. It's not new, but Sean's Little Nuggets. So, since we don't have a guest, Frankie, do you have any advice for up-and-coming bartenders in the industry?
Okay, well, my last nugget of wisdom was not directed towards bartenders. It just ended being a rant because I don't know what we're doing. But
I remember that.
We used to drink more on the podcast, so like the later.
I think we need we're gonna get a better balance.
Yeah,
this
yeah, we're drinking less in this season. We've already
season.
decided. Yeah.
Well, sometimes less. Not all
We're
the
doing
time.
more episodes, but less drinks per episode, so it'll balance out. We'll just be able
actually
to
be
record 2
coherent.
episodes. Yeah. The problem last year was we weren't able to record multiple times in a day because after having the 4 cocktails we would have per episode, it would be like, okay, let's start from the beginning and do it all over again.
We
Like,
did
It's
that.
impossible.
For
If
a
you
couple
want to listen,
episodes.
yeah, if you want to listen back, there's a couple where you could probably tell that we're a little 3 sheets to the wind at the beginning of the episode. Like, I think Baylor's episode is the best one for
Yeah.
it, 'cause
Yeah.
No,
he
it
was
was
also
Lily's.
because Lily's came after.
came after.
Oh,
Baylor's
did
was first. Yeah, because remember Baylor passed out during Lily's
Yeah,
episode.
Baylor's passed out on the couch during the record. I don't know if we talk about it, but he's zonked from, and like we're also
Zonked.
that drunk. Like we're
That's his profile
continuing
picture in
on.
my phone.
Oh, really?
I'm
That
zonked
passed
on that
out.
fucking corner right there.
God, yeah. We'll start saying zonked again. I like it. We both caught on to that right away.
I guess my nugget of wisdom is don't be afraid to ask or look up drinks that you're unfamiliar with. You know, especially too, like, for where we work, we get so many people where they come from different regions and like they call the same drinks different names,
Oh,
different
yeah.
places.
Yeah.
So like it's okay to kind of be thrown off and or there's just stuff that we entirely don't drink here and
Yeah.
that's really that they drink religiously in other areas, and I'm like, I have no idea how to make that, but like
Yeah.
if you can tell me what's in it, I can probably whip it up for
There's
you.
definitely like regional differences in some cocktails. Like margaritas are different all over. Like the balance of how they
Well,
do everything. Even though there's
ranch-
a classic definition.
Ranch water is
ranch
made
water.
different.
California thing, right?
Some people make it with
Texas.
Topo
Texas.
Chico.
Well, it's,
I think
Southwest.
Texas, California.
Some people make it with Topo Chico.
Topo Chico.
Topo
Topo
Chico.
Chico.
Topo Chico.
Topo Chico.
Topo no.
So when I was making it one time, someone was like, "You don't have Topo Chico?" And I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
we just make it with soda water." Like,
Yeah, I mean, Topo
around
Chico
here.
is just the real Topo Chico is not a seltzer. It's just like soda water with a little flavor added to it. So instead, we just put a little lime juice in there, and it's just as good.
yeah,
but-
but I mean, and also too, like, if someone asks for something,
Did we say the recipe on there though? It's so ranch water is tequila soda with a little
Lime
lime
juice,
juice.
yeah.
Or if you have a flavored
It's a
Topo Chico,
tequila
instead.
soda with just lime juice. You don't
Yeah.
have to squeeze the lime yourself. I prefer my
Some
tequila
people
sodas
say
that
like
way.
skinny margarita sometimes, and they mean ranch water too. But
Oh, I didn't know that.
sometimes, I mean, if
I
you want a lot
I
of
remember the
soda.
first time somebody tried to order a ranch water from me, and I had never heard of it, and I
Yeah,
was
it
like,
sounds like a
"That
brand of
sounds
water."
disgusting." No,
Yeah.
it sounds like ranch and water. I was like, "What?
Like ranch dressing.
Like you want ranch in your water?"
Oh, like ranch, like
Yeah.
oh, like Hidden Valley Ranch.
Yeah.
Oh
Ew,
no.
hell no.
I was like,
That's-
"What did you just order from me?"
That's so funny.
No.
That's great.
Pardon?
Pardon.
Yes, it's ranch talk.
Yeah.
But also too, I mean, even too, there's still stuff that like, I'm like, someone like orders it, I'm like, walk to an older bartender. How the fuck do I make
Yeah.
this?
I get confused all the time on martini talk. Like,
Oh,
there's
martinis.
so many
Always
dry up,
fuck
you
me
know, like
up. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a martini bar. Like
Neat.
we are not a martini. Like I make
dirty, very
margaritas
dirty.
basically my entire
olives,
shift. So
yeah.
when a martini comes up to me, I'm like, holy fuck, I don't know
Yeah.
what I'm doing. And sometimes, yeah, I have to like, how
There's
do
a
you make
lot
this
of,
real quick?
yeah.
And like look
Up
it up.
dry, extra dirty.
Up dry, dirty. I guess that's it. Neat.
Stirred, not shaken.
Stirred, shaken, not stirred.
The Bond way.
Yeah, the Bond way.
Yeah, so
That was a cool way that the author of James Bond showed that James Bond was actually lower class, even though he was existing in this like high society of life.
because
say he
martinis
wanted
are
it
supposed
shaken.
to be
Stirred.
not
Yes,
shaken.
the classic way.
Even though I always
Everywhere
shake.
I've ever worked.
Yeah,
I've
everywhere
shaken.
I've
Did you ever hear
shake.
Best way to chill
the
it.
like theory about why he got it shaken not stirred? It had something to do with poison. I didn't really understand it,
I
but it
think
was
that's
like
what he said in the book. Like,
Yeah.
it was like harder to poison.
it was harder to poison if it was like
less exposed.
stirred. Like
They pour it right in
I
front
guess
of it.
if you like shake it, does it like separate the ingredients or something, or like it would
No,
separate
it
the
mixes them
poison?
better, but I mean, maybe it would react. if
Yeah,
you
like
shake
that. I
up,
think it would
but-
react with the poison differently. I don't.
That's what they
I
said.
heard a theory about it.
But
and
it was the author, really. It was just his way of showing that James Bond grew up poor, basically.
Because that makes sense. I mean, if you're drinking martinis, higher class.
Yeah, but he wants it shaken, which is not the real way to get it done,
Yeah.
like, or something like that.
But
That's-
I
that
mean,
can be our
don't
alcohol
be
fact.
afraid to ask, to look. There's no shame,
Like,
especially
Mai Tais are different everywhere you go.
Mai
so, like,
Tais are different, you know, and it just, yeah, especially when you're first getting behind the bar, it's like really like, crap. I mean, you have your bar menu, but then of course there's other classic cocktails outside of that people are still gonna order, and like it's intimidating because like, yeah, you really don't know what people are gonna come up and ask for you, or like, you know, or the way people word things. You're just like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
How did what? There's no.
Yeah.
It's always better to keep asking questions and making sure you're making the drink right for your customer than just assuming.
Oh
'cause-
yeah.
Yeah.
Is this still a nugget?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the same nugget, yeah.
So, I mean, like, just don't be afraid to ask questions, clarify, look up recipes. Just take that extra. Because if you take that extra step, your customer is just going to appreciate that more because they're going to get the drink that they wanted
Yeah.
in the first place rather than something that they're like, I didn't want this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not how I would have done it, yeah. But yeah, it's always best just to, you know, give the customer exactly what they want, and you'll learn a little bit more about different types of drinks along the way. So that's a great nugget. Yeah, so that's going to be it for our first episode of the second season.
Wait. No.
Huh?
I have my segment.
Oh, yeah, yes. You should have put it on the outline. I forgot about it. All right. Not that I'm trying to silence this cool new segment that we have. Frankie's got a new segment that she's going to introduce here.
Well, since typically you find men behind the bar, I wanted to put a spotlight on women.
So that'll be the end of our
so
first
we're gonna wrap
episode of
it
the
up
second
here.
season.
I'm just kidding. I really forgot about it.
Oh, it's not. It was
So,
somewhere around here.
What's the name of the segment?
I haven't decided because the name that we have is super long and I don't know.
What was the name?
Women in bartending. It was something long and something. I needed
think
something a
it-
little
wait,
bit more
wait, wait.
catchy. and
Strong
crazy.
women in bartending history or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. Okay. Great women of bartending history. That's not long.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. We're working
not
on it.
funny.
Just want to be more clever.
Yeah, I just
You're
want to
never
be
gonna
more clever.
top Sean's little nuggets. so
Sorry, guys.
Give up.
We're
now.
gonna. For now, that's what we're calling this segment.
Great
Eventually,
women
I'll
of
get
bartending
a
history.
cool title. But for this segment, I wanted to focus in on a certain bartender. Her name was Ada Coleman. So when I looked up women bartending facts, one of the questions that came up was like, who was the first woman bartender? And Ada Coleman came up. Now, she isn't the first actual woman bartender. There were other women bartending in this era. There actually is this whole entire like published study that I found, and it's literally called Women as Barmaids. So women weren't even called bartenders, they were called barmaids. I guess the era would be like in the early 1900s, around this time. And so Ada Coleman, while she wasn't the first, she's known because she's known as the first head bartender of a bar.
Oh, okay.
So she got this job because her dad actually died. Her dad died, and her dad's boss ended up giving her a job at one of his hotels. And so she ended up working as a barmaid there. The bar is the Savoy Bar, and it's located in the United Kingdom in London. So she became the head bartender there. And she actually made a classic cocktail named the Hanky Panky.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, so the actual...
Hanky panky on the beach.
Oh, yeah. I've
Now
heard
we
of that
know
one,
as.
yeah.
So
The
she
old Hanky
created
Panky.
this cocktail for an actor who was one of her regulars at the bar. And so the story goes is he came in, told her she wanted a hearty drink, but something with a punch to it. And so she crafted up this cocktail, and he goes, that is the real Hanky Panky, and the name stuck. That was his reaction
He's
after
a
drinking it.
1900s actor, so it was like, that's the real hanky panky.
I guess so, yeah. I couldn't, yeah, exactly that.
Does it say who the actor was?
It was Sir Charles Hawtrey,
Chaplin.
a Georgian actor?
Georgian.
Sorry. I'm very bad at pronouncing all this. But yeah. But it's actually really interesting, though, too, because when she went into retirement, she worked at the front of house, bar, working with the customer. And at the service well bartender ended up getting promoted to the head bartender when she retired. And then the reason why her bar, the Hanky Panky is so well known now is because he published one of the most well-known cocktail books to this date. It's the Savoy Cocktail Book. So it's like a famous bartending Bible, or considered to this day.
Wow.
Yeah. And then when I was reading, I read a couple different articles. Some say that she did mentor him, and some say there's speculation. So there hasn't been any real confirmation of whether or not she actually did mentor him. But I thought it was really interesting that potentially without this male in the picture, if he had never written this book, would she still have a legacy, and would the Hanky Panky still have the legacy of being a classic cocktail to this day? Because even the IBA acknowledges this cocktail of the hanky panky.
Oh, Harry Craddock? Is that the guy who wrote the book? Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it is. Okay.
Yeah, Harry Craddock.
Yeah, I've heard of this guy a lot, actually, on the different cocktail podcasts I listen to.
So that's kind of...
But I've never heard of her, which is, why we're starting this segment, so we can shine a light on all the women
there's
in
a lot,
bar
there's
history.
speculation, because...
IBA is that International
Bar
Bartending
Association, yeah. Because they have the whole entire, like, quote unquote, official list, and the hanky panky is on there.
Nice. Yeah,
so it's really interesting because, again, she was the head bartender. It's what I found out is it seemed that he was working at the service well below her. When she retired, he steps up, he writes the book, he puts the hanky panky in it. So, I mean, she was well known among her customers and, everyone at the bar and stuff. So, she definitely made a mark, but even though she, is known as, one, and she even, too, is listed as, one of the most influential bartenders, 9th in a publication.
Wow.
So, she is known, but it's, crazy, though. I just, I wonder what would have happened, though, if Harry Craddock hadn't put her in that book.
But he, gave her credit in the book?
I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the book myself. But the original recipe from the book, it's 2 dashes of Fernet Branca, 1.5 Italian vermouth, and 1.5 dry gin. Shake well and strain into cocktail glass. Squeeze orange peel on top. So it's kind of like a Negroni. Yeah, it's a lot of articles compared it to a Negroni. It has that strong, bitter taste to it.
Yeah.
Has a punch, though. I mean, makes you slap your knee and say hanky panky, so with a name like that. But the other interesting part, though, is I found another article, and there was another woman working at the bar too at the same time, just as well known with their customer base. Turns out they actually didn't like each other, and they worked behind the bar together and never spoke to each other, basically. Worked side by side for 20 years. So, it was a Colorado newspaper who came out with this article, and it's titled "Famous Barmaids Who Worked at Same Bar 20 Years Without Speaking Retire." And so it basically describes how, they would work, they would work at the same bar, both well known with their clientele, but, they just did not get along. They weren't friends. It's really interesting. No one knows why. The article doesn't include why. It just says that they worked together. And the other woman actually worked there before Ada did. Before Coleman did. Who also, too, by the way, her nickname was Coley. That's what people would usually reference her as. And so, yeah, it was really, I guess, Coley came, had new recipes, wouldn't share them.
Oh.
And yeah, that's all I could really find about the two. I don't really
that.
know much about the feud, but that was kind of interesting, especially because the reason why I got to this in the first place is because I looked up first woman bartender,
nice.
And Ada Coley comes up, even if she really wasn't.
Yeah.
So
is it fair to call her the first liquid girl?
Who knows? I'd have to see what she was drinking behind the bar.
Is there anything on what the bar was called that they worked at?
The Savoy.
The Savoy.
Oh, the
Savoy. It's and they were well known for serving a bunch of different celebrities almost. I think Ernest Hemingway even too is one of their notable people that came to visit. And then too, what's really interesting about this bar too is so they actually, since Ada Coley Coleman, they just recently appointed a new head bartender who is a woman since then. It's been decades.
Oh, wow.
And in 2021, after the pandemic, they reopened and they appointed the first woman head bartender again in 95 years.
Wow.
And she's the first American too.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
So I'll keep her name under wraps because I'll probably do another
Probably talk
segment about her.
later, yeah.
But yeah, it was really interesting to go that far deep into like history about
History
women
of
and
women
bartending.
bartending.
That was a really cool thing for me to dig into
Yeah.
for an afternoon.
It's a good idea, I think. Yeah, yeah. We'll keep that segment alive. I think. We'll see. No,
Okay.
I thought this was my idea. Well, thank you guys for listening to Two Parts Pod, One Part Cast. Please follow our socials at Two Parts Pod. Leave us any feedback and reviews you can. We have Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at this point, and we'll be posting new stuff, content almost every day. Oh, sorry. Burp.
Want some more seltzer?
No, dude, the seltzer's bubbling.
If you guys have any ideas for wacky themes for our future episodes, please email them to us at twopartspod@gmail.com. And if you do and we decide to use it, you'll get an on-pod shout-out from us.
Thank you for joining us for the second season, and thank you for listening to Two Parts Pod,
One Part Cast.